Howdy, y'all. Alright, things are going well today. Today is February 9th, 2026. I think I'm gonna do a new Elden Ring playthrough just for while I'm doing these short little chats, because I think it's a simplistic game that I don't really have to use my brain a lot while playing, other than for certain bosses, and I can chit chat about anything that's really on my mind, how things are going. Uh, Things are going all right now. We're still going through school. We're hanging out with people, um, studying a lot for our exams, and just trying to get through it all. I don't think there's too much good or too much bad really happening in my life right now, which is fine. It could always get better, of course, but ow, what? I have my shield up, brother. Maybe his attack broke my shield. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a long week this week. I've got exam two coming up that I want to get through. I've got a lot of different things going on. I'm gonna be hanging out with Kane and his girlfriend this Friday, on top of doing D&D, on top of studying for the exam, on top of doing quizzes, on top of gaming with Kenzie and everybody. It's been a good time. I don't know. It's just never ending. Yes. Never ending things. And I think that's good because a busy life and a busy mind doesn't really let you, it won't let you break down. It won't let you think about all the terrible things in life. I think a busy mind is really where you need to be. Um, I don't know. A lot of things are kind of going crazy right now. My whole state has become this kind of communist hellhole in the past couple of years. I swear to God, I'm the only liberal left alive here because everybody else became they took their little red book with Mao and freaking started going a little crazy. I don't know. It's just really annoying. I wish people would stay more moderate, you know? I don't even understand how illegal immigration's a fucking political issue, I'll be honest. They should just be thrown out. Like obviously they fucking don't help our country at all. And it's so weird that it's now just like hyper polarized to the left or the right. And it's like, no, we should all want them out because they're not paying their taxes properly. They're not, come on. The ER, when they show up, they don't have to do a bunch, they don't ever have to pay because how are you going to bill them? They're fucking illegal. They don't even exist, basically. The housing prices go up because supply and demand starts imploding. There's just so many problems that are going on right now because of them, and I wish people would stop being so stupid about it. But what can I do, right? I'm just one guy. Uh, I'm not the freaking president. I can't change stuff like that. Uh, I mean, if I was a president, I think everybody would realize I'm a complete asshole. Everyone would realize I'm probably the most radical moderate out there. I mean, I don't know. It's disappointing to see everybody losing their mind and everybody blowing themselves up nowadays over stupid petty beefs or I look a lot at social media and people are just it's so skewed and I missed what? I'm kind of surprised that missed. Um, I don't know. People are just kind of going crazy nowadays, and it's really sad to see. I wish I don't know. I wish people use their brain more. Really, that's kind of what I wish. And I know that's a lot to ask people nowadays, and I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's a lot to ask of people, but people are so dumb. They can't ever look at the middle of the road. They play these weird team sports politics crap, and I just don't care about it anymore. I have my beliefs. If you have a good counter to any of my beliefs, I'll obviously listen to you. I'll try to hear you out. And if your points are good enough to change my mind, then hey, I'll change my mind. I used to be extreme liberal, and now I think I'm way more middle of the road than I ever was back in the day. And that's mainly because of my parents. One of them's really liberal. One of them's really I don't know. The other one's kind of does his own thing. He doesn't really care. But I don't know. Things in the world are going a little crazy. At the end of the day, life could be way worse, so I'm not too upset. Working hard, getting things done. I will say, I just had to put an alternator in my car, and I'm gonna have to get new tires soon, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, whatever, right? The fucking
Come to the love
it's got
course.
to
I'd
get me from
thought
point A
about
to point
going
B,
to a
right? I
fake.
gotta get to work. I gotta
Luckily me.
get to
Are you
school.
feeling
I gotta
labels
get
at?
to homies'
It'll
houses.
leave
I gotta get
even
to
if it
my family's places. So,
great to castle home.
what are you gonna do? You gotta get the car fixed. You gotta make it work. So that's how it is. I think we're gonna make it work. I think things are gonna turn out well. I'm studying really hard. I'm busting my ass for school because I'm trying to be. It's gonna be medically related, and I really want it to work out because I don't know. It's a great job prospect. I get to help people. I get to, to the best of my abilities, I get to help people. I know a lot of people don't see the medical industry as a good thing anymore. They see it as a soul-sucking, pocket-emptying, dystopian nightmare, and I really wish it wasn't so bad. I want to help people as much as I can, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, it goes well. In the meantime, obviously, I'm still playing games in the background. I'm still trying to enjoy my time. I just need to turn off these. Hold on, can I turn them off? Where is turn that off? No more tutorials. I don't care about that. I've played this game all the way through like 10 times. I have all the achievements. I don't really think I need give me that please. I don't really think I need any bonuses, any hints, any of that trash. I kind of understand everything already, so. And this game, God, the first time I think I'm gonna start talking a lot about this game right now instead of politics. We're gonna move on from that early on, just kind of get a general feel. But this game has been a godsend. When my girlfriend broke up with me in 2023, 2022, or whenever this game came, it came out like 2 months later. That's when she left me. But dude, this game, oh my god, dude, it was such a godsend. It helped me so much. It gave me something to focus on, something to deal with, something to put my mind to instead of being really upset. And I still kind of miss her a little bit. I mean, I don't know. It was nice to have someone to spend time with, of course, but I still have my friends like Kenzie and Kyle and Caden, and I still have my family. So, at the end of the day, loss of a girlfriend is whatever, right? It's just another day. I wish she wouldn't have gone, but I understand why she did. You know, um, that's life, right? I don't know. I don't think I'd ever. I don't think I'd ever take her back, of course, because she threw it. It was her choice to leave, but I don't mind. It lets me focus on my career. It lets me focus on my friends. It lets me focus on different aspects of my life, like the YouTube channel and things I really enjoy doing. And maybe it was more of an opportunity than I realized it was, but I don't know. I did a lot of drugs with her because that's what she wanted to do, and now I don't do any more drugs. It's been like 2 months now that I've been sober completely, which is kind of crazy. I occasionally will have a nice drink at night if I want one, but it's so rare that yeah, like the bottles in my closet are basically just rotting. They don't get any attention. The only ones that really even get touched anymore are the Crown Royale or the Cherry Svedka because they're the only two. They're just two good mixers, and you can make a nice simple drink. Oh, you can make a nice simple drink with it, which at the end of the day is nice. Obviously, I don't try to drink a lot. Drinking is terrible for you and it makes you feel like shit. So I kind of just avoid all that. But yes, got that one quick. And I don't know. This game was there at a really bad time, and I thought I had, obviously I played a lot of the Dark Souls. I played Sekiro. I love Lies of P. I played the Neo games early on, which is NIOH, by the way, not NEO like Neo, and they were a great time. There wasn't any. The only one I really hated was Dark Souls 2. I think that one's just so poorly made. It's not really worth playing. Even though I did get halfway through it, ugh, it just left such a disgust in my mouth. I didn't really know how to get rid of it. Man, this controller's really getting some stick drift. That sucks. Oh no. Hold on, bud. Don't goof me right now. Don't stress me out like that, goofy. You little wanker. But yeah, I don't know. This game, it's such a good game. This is a true 10 out of 10 experience. There is no, there's a very few things I don't like or am somewhat disappointed by, and it's mainly just the reusing of bosses or one bad game mechanic really later on. Like, do we really need so many Watchdog Guardians or Death spirits, the black ones that I'm trying to think of the names. It's been a while since I played this game, so I might be a little off on the names. But there's quite a few of them that get reused that it was really like whatever. And I get reusing a boss. Not every boss has to be unique. At the end of the day, there's only so much you could really do. Overall, this game was just so good. And then the DLC, I never played Night Rain, uh, but I played all the way through the Shadow Curse or Shadow. What's it called? Shadow of the Erdtree, I think. Dude, it's so good, so good. That DLC, I would say, is a 9 out of 10. There's only one boss that pissed me off, and it was Radon free patch. Me and Kyle beat Radon free patch, and it was a bitch of a fight. Let me tell you what. That video eventually will come out. I'm kind of behind on my YouTube videos because life fell apart for like a whole year there. But it's okay. We got sober. We cleaned up. We're doing the right things again. We're going back to school, and we're gonna pull it around. I truly think we will. I don't know if me and Kenzie will ever work out. I doubt it. I don't know if Caden's super busy a lot nowadays, and I understand. He's a grown adult who's working his ass off all the time to provide for him and his girl. Kyle works every week, 2 jobs a day. He busts his ass, and I really respect that. The hustle is the grind. And I'm trying to be a medical person. That's going to be how it's going to hopefully go. And things are going good. I'd say overall life is good. It could have always gotten worse. It could have ended. And at the end of the day, I'm grateful it didn't, because I still get to enjoy the few little things in life that I have and spend time with the people I really care about. And there's a lot of people, they're trying to take that away right now. They're trying to screw with the United States. They're trying to screw with the family. They're trying to screw with our jobs, with our taxes, with our games. All types of problems going on right now. And, whatever, right? You try to pull through no matter what. At the end of the day, you got to get out and do things. You got to go out and work. You got to go out and make a living. Because if you don't, you just croak. You just stop. That's how it is. And I don't know, giving up is kind of whack at any point. The only thing that's good for giving up is bad habits or bad relationships or stuff like that. That's the only good thing. Otherwise you just go out and give it your all. You try your hardest. You try to do as much as you can day by day. Today I never really was a good cook, and I've been trying to learn how to make simple, quick meals. Like I make a lot of rice, corn, and sausage real quick, or I make like minimal meal prep, so I only have to cook once or twice a week, which is nice. I don't know. I think life is truly going good. It was on the down foot and not going good for for a while there. I mean, it was getting really bad for a while, but we kick the drug usage. We get to spend time with people we care about more, and I don't know. I think there's a better outcome in the future than what I thought of for many years. So I'm excited. I hope things are going well for y'all as well. I know times can be really tough. Ooh, hold on. My apologies. My alarm's going off, but I hope things are going good for y'all. Things have especially during the holidays, things kind of got a little whack. Never, I think it always gets a little crazy around the holidays, and people don't get time to sit down and relax and get a reprieve. But after the holidays, now it's just a blessing to be able to sit down and relax, right? So I don't know, and to be able to get to enjoy the simple things in life, right? Like something like this. Like I paid, my God, I gotta say, I paid $60 for Elden Ring and like $40 for the DLC, so like 100 overall, right? I have put over 600 hours into this game, and I gotta say, it has been an absolutely amazing time. This is probably one of the best investments I ever made in my life. $100 for over 600 hours of enjoyment. Like, what else? What other medium can give you that, right? Like even a movie, I guess you could watch a movie over and over and over and over, but most movies are like 2 hours to an hour long, right? So if you really rewatch it over and over and over, you gotta watch it like 300 times to get to the enjoyment like this, right? And I don't know. I think it's always been this is a double fight. I know it is. So I'm gonna try and deal with it quick. We'll see. I'm gonna lure the little bastards over and pick them off. Come on. Come on. You're cooked. All right, come here, bud. Got him up against the wall in a good position right now. Oh, and I'm gonna execute him in the corner. Hi, little boy, go on down. All right, let me go pick off your other friend. Where's he at? He's over there. Oh, man, I was hoping that would hit him midair when he was jumping at me. Ooh, that was not cool. I mean, this boss isn't that hard. It's just too kind of mid. Oh no, I say that and then I die. Bro, you're a scrub, Brody. What the hell? You're a scrub. You let these guys beat you? You suck. How dare I let them beat me? I'll come down here and whoop them, don't worry. But man, yeah, I don't know. This game has been a very good time. Oh, I didn't get a spawn at the stake. Interesting. Maybe it's because it was up here. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. This game has been an exceptional time. If you've never played Elden Ring, this is one of the few games that I think are absolute must plays. This one, Hollow Knight, Fallout New Vegas, let's see, what else? BioShock 1. BioShock 1 especially. The old Infamous games, Infamous 1 and 2, I think are really great. Other than that, I think, off the top of my head, maybe Dying Light. I really love Dying Light. That's... Dying Light and this game compete in my head for number one, right next to... Well, they compete for number two, below Bloodborne. So, that's kind of where they are, but... Yeah, I don't know. These games have been an absolute joy, just a blast. I don't know. I don't know. I would highly recommend that anybody gets a chance to play this game. Play with a homie too. Seamless co-op. Seamless co-op is a 10 out of 10. Actually, no, a seamless co-op is an 11 out of 10 experience. It's better than even a 10 out of 10 Elden Ring. It takes a perfect experience and just amplifies it exponentially. So I could not recommend it any more than I already have. I'm blazing the fuck out of it, and understandably so. It's the best mod I've ever played. Seamless co-op is the best mod probably of all time. It is so good. Oh god. No, I got caught by the little bastard again. I'm a loser, bro. I need to not play this game. How dare? How dare I scrub it up and suck so badly? Y'all must be so disappointed in me. Don't worry, don't worry. I promise. I promise. We'll get them on the next round. Do not worry. Do not worry. We're gonna run down. We're gonna whoop on them. Maybe we'll just skip the little. I don't know if they'll come in the room, but I'm scrubbing it up. I'm so sorry. It has been a minute since I played this game, so it's gonna take me. It's gonna take me a minute to get back into the groove of beating the crap out of everybody, right? Even the early game bosses are giving me some crap, and I can't believe that. That's what happens though. You get so focused on other things, you get a little rusty, right? I think that's the case with anything in life. You stop playing something, you stop using information, you get a little rusty on it. You know, that's okay. That's okay. I should have swapped this out. Honestly, I should have got rid of the magic because I have no use for magic right now. But oh god. Okay, I got him coming. Come on over here, bud. Ugh. Fucker hit me from behind. No, little fucker. I'm surprised that hit didn't hit the little guy too there. Oh no 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 no. Can the big guy come on over here? Seeing me? Not seeing me? Oh, hold on. I've never really used a bow that much. I wonder if they're any good. Maybe that's what I'll try on this playthrough. I'll try to use bows more often to see how they play, because I really have never used them. I've used them a little bit on the playthrough with Kyle. Oh god, don't fuck it up again, Brody. What the hell? There we go. There we go. My god, I was goofing. I was goofing real bad. I'm so sorry. I goofed that up 2 times in a row. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I promise I'll get better. I promise. We'll get out of the rusty phase again, and we'll keep clapping cheeks. But yeah, I think things are going good. I think life is. I'm just gonna go to the entrance and come back down. I think life is going good. Um, I still really love doing YouTube because I get to talk to a lot of interesting people about games, and I get to see their perspective on games. That's probably my favorite part of YouTube is just You know, occasionally I don't get a lot of comments, but every once in a while I get this kind of bombardment of like 20 comments, and I get to have these brief little chit chats with people about fun games I love playing, or movies or things in life, and I get to hear from them too, which is always a blast. I don't know. I think that's my favorite part about video games. It's just I get to interact with so many people. Like when I used to play CS:GO, I used to talk to people from China and from the Middle East and from India and from Europe and South America and Africa. I just all over the place. You know, it was a lot rarer from the Middle East and Africa, I will say. But it's just it's the best way I think to get people's true and honest perspective, because you can just casually chat with people from all across the world, and I think that's a real benefit. You know, it gives you a little social mobility, and it gives you the ability to talk to people about things you love. You know, I think social media is like, it's like advanced YouTube. I mean, not social media. I think YouTube is like advanced level of social media, because you get longer form videos, but you still get to interact with people, you still get to talk to people, and you still get to have a good time. And at the end of the day, that's what's important, right? You get to be able to communicate with people. You get to build a little community. You can chit chat with people about different things, and you can slowly build over time. You know, I'd love to hear what y'all think of this game, or what y'all's favorite parts or favorite weapons, or if you have a favorite boss or something like that. 'Cause, you know, my favorite boss, I'll let y'all know when we get to it, of course. But there's just I don't know. It's just such a benefit to be able to do this and to be able to hang out with people. You know, I love gaming with Kenzie and Wolf and Kyle and all them. They bring such joy to life, and I think that's the blessing that video games truly give you. I would say I keep going. Imagine I go all the way to the end without ever talking to the lady who can upgrade you. That'd be kind of crazy. I did that on one playthrough because I was so high leveled already. I wanted to see if I could just go from point A, point B, point C, point D, and just never. The goal is to never sit at any site of grace. And I got all the way to the ice area with Millennia before that had to end, because that area just stomped me out so many times in a row. I was like, okay, I need to I need to sit down somewhere around here. But it was a good time, you know. And then of course you go to like crumbling Faro Missoula, and it TPs you there, and you have to sit down. So I don't know. It's a very good time. And there's just so many different ways to play this game. I think that's the true beauty. Is even though you play the same game through like 9, 10 times, you have so many different class varieties and so many different unique abilities you can use. That oh, come on, I can get up here. I think there's a item up here. Oh no, it's a message, eh? Far to the east, you'll find the Cathedral. Dragon can. Yeah, I know where that is. It's in Caelid. Or is that the one in Caelid? I don't know. I don't remember, but it's a good time. It's a good time. That's what I'll say. This game has always been, even in the start when I was playing it on my own, really early on, I was I was in a bad place early on playing this game. You know, life was kind of slowly falling apart for me. And to have something to kind of ground you to enjoy in the background is just so. That was very nice. This game, I think I'll always look back fondly on this game. There'll never be a time where I think about playing Elden Ring and I'm like, ugh, why would I ever want to do that? You know, it's like it's like New Vegas or Bloodborne. Every time I think about playing them, I just turn it on. Truthfully, it's the only reason the PS4 even still is plugged in. That PS4 would be collecting dust in a drawer in the back of the middle of nowhere. if Bloodborne didn't exist. Ooh, nice little skull. And I don't know. I don't know. It's a great game. It's a great time. Bloodborne. I don't know if I like this game more than Bloodborne. It's a very close tie in my head because this game it's a much longer
Great.
experience
Well, you're back.
than Bloodborne, and you get so much more content. But I think I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you know what I will say. This game is better than Bloodborne
Goodbye.
because it has
Nice to
way
meet
more
you, Fritz.
content to do. It runs better than Bloodborne. Bloodborne kind of has a cracked FPS, and some of the areas in Bloodborne, especially the Chalice dungeons, look like shit. So I don't really think there's a single area in this game that looks bad. I mean, if I zoomed in, I'm sure the graphics would not really impress me if I zoomed in on character models and actually took time to look at them detailedly. But they're always in such fluid movement, or they're always in such I don't know. This game just it feels great, looks great. Uh, Small things, maybe collecting things like this is kind of annoying. All the small things to build things, but the ability to be able to craft and the option to be able to craft so many things is even a bonus because you can make different potions, you can make different add-ons, you can make bombs, you can make all types of things. You know, it's just let's see, can I? That's really what I use the bow for in early game. That's I was picking the animals off because they're so flaky. Oop, whoops. Back there. And this starting area, it's not really meant to beat you down, right? Obviously, those two beat me up a couple times, but that's just how it is, right? You getting back into it. Dude, you should have seen when I was trying to do this with Kyle one day. I couldn't even remember the button to roll. I kept screwing it up and crouching because I was playing other games at the time. It's just goofy, right? This cave isn't too bad if I remember. It's got wolves and it's got the beastmen in the bottom. I don't think it'll be too bad. Give me that, please. We're gonna sneak our way on down. Ooh, bunch of dead guys. Oh, hi, White Wolf. You must be, you're like Wolf's cousin or something trying to sneak up on me, hit me from behind. How dare you? Little wanker. Ooh. Look at all these poor guys. How did the wolves take them out? You know, the wolves aren't even that dangerous at any point in the game. How did so many of these guys get picked up? Maybe they were sleeping. Maybe they got munched in their sleep, right? That might be how they got them. They don't really look like that. They look like they got up and tried to at least fight them off. So, all right, Mr. Beastman, you want to face me? Oh, header. Two headers. Three headers. Oh my god, is the bow cracked? Wait a minute. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, maybe the bow is broken in this. Oh my god. Oh no, hold on. Oh my god, wow, I just crapped on that guy. Maybe I should use the bow more, man. Did you see those headshots? I just completely stun locked him. He didn't even hit me once. That was awesome. See that's my redemption right there. That's my redemption from the first fight. I just no hit that one. Oh god. I think what we'll do is we'll get this whole little first area done, we'll move on to that middle section up there where the checkpoint is, and we'll call it there. But yeah, I think, man, this game is probably this was definitely game of the year 2024. I was it 2024? 2024 or 2023, whichever one it was. This game is the game of the year, absolutely, without a even a second question. Game of the year for me and Kyle, especially. Game of the year before that was Remnant 2, when we were having a good time playing co-op and just blasting through it. Game of the year before that was Remnant 1. And they didn't come out those years, but they did. Yeah, I don't need that. It's a health scare. They didn't come out those years, but those were the years we played them, so that's why I consider it our game of the year. If you wanted an actual game of the year for the year, I got no clue. It was 23 and 23 and 2022. I can't really remember a good game off the top of my head. Maybe Dying Light 2. I can't remember when that came out, but that would have been game of the year that year off the top of my head. I wouldn't consider well, 2025's game of the year was probably Dying Light the Beast. It was a good time. I had a great time playing it. That or I don't know. That or shit. I don't even know what else would be 2025 game of the year. I don't remember many good games coming out this year. At least that I played. 2026 so far. We're only like 2 months in, but I think Stalker 2 will really give every other game a run for its money. And I know it came out in 2025, but I started playing it January 1st, so I cannot say it was game of the year 2025, sadly. I don't know. This game was definitely 2024 though. There was no comparison at all. I can't even think of another game that came out in 2024 that came anywhere close to besting this. I did play for single player games. I did replay Oblivion, and that was amazing as well. I love going back and playing Oblivion or New Vegas, or like recently I've been really playing a lot of Fallout 3. I don't. There's only a couple problems, especially around the Lincoln Memorial, because the game crashes every time I approach that, and I can't figure out why or fix it, but that's fine. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really, and now with 2026, I'm not really looking forward to any new game coming out. Maybe there was one game called Ill that had a very fun trailer and it looked kind of goofy, so I'm excited for that a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I wasn't really excited I was kind of excited for Silk Song, but so many of the bosses do 2 stocks of damage, and that really disappointed me. It just wasn't, it didn't feel as smooth or feel as good as Hollow Knight did. And it's not a bad game, I did not have a good time when I started it. And the longer I've played it, the more kind of disappointed I've become with it. It's like how I felt about Fallout 76. I was really excited for it, and then it was kind of mid. I didn't really appreciate it as much as I wanted to. And I was comparing it a lot in my head, just like I was with Fallout 76 to the previous entries. And that's why I think, maybe that's why I didn't have a good time right now. But I think, I don't know. I'll go back to it. I'll definitely beat it at some point. Hopefully, I don't know. I think it'll be a good time. I think it'll be a good time when I do end up going back to it. I think it just had a rough start, and I wasn't too interested in it when it came out, but I can make that work. When I first played the original Stalker games, I wasn't really too interested in them, and I didn't have a great time to start with, but that didn't perturb me from continuing to play them and enjoy such a solid experience like Stalker 1. I don't know if I like Clear Sky as much as I like Pripyat. I like Call of Pripyat a lot, and I like the first game a lot too. The second game has just completely blown all of them out of the water, of course, because it's so modern, it's so up to date, it has so much going on in it. I love the second game. It might be 2026's game of the year, no matter what comes out. I've already put over 200 hours in. You know, it's just such a good time. I know that they're gonna be coming out with that Resident Evil 2 with Leon, which looks really goofy. The combat was so bombastic and explosive. I think it's gonna be a fun time. I don't know if I'll buy it right off the bat. I've never been the largest Resident Evil fan. I've played most of the games, but I've never thought they were like the top tier, the bona fide series of best games. Especially like 4 and 5, the real harsh multiplayer ones. Those weren't really good. 1, 2, and 3 were great. 6. I'm trying to think off the top of my head which one is 6. I don't remember it being amazing. Uh, 7 was okay, and I haven't played past 7. That's kind of where we cut off. But I think those are. I think
I
it's a
haven't
good
heard what
series
they
overall.
serve, but you, I can play turning root
Especially,
to the
especially
third.
with Leon. I love
And
playing
instead
Leon.
of summon me,
I love playing
I
Chris
bequeath to
Redfield. I love playing
use
Jill
it. I
Valentine and
summon
people like
torrent
that. It's
Catherine
such a good
with.
time.
Shall I
Um,
let my share them
I
with
don't know.
me?
I think
Your thoughts,
it's that little bit of
your
horror, right?
ambitions,
It's that little
the
bit of horror mixed
principles
with,
you would follow.
especially Mr. X. Oh, he used to startle me so bad on the old game before the remaster. And it was fun. It was fun. I don't know. There's never put out a game that I hate. Let's just say that I've never played a game from the RE series that I despise. I have played, and it's kind of crazy to say that because like I'll compare it to Halo. And Halo probably is my favorite series of all time. Halo 1 all the way up to the run of Halo 4 would just goaded. Halo 4 a little less so because they introduced the stupid ass Prometheans I didn't really care about. But past that, Infinite was meh. 5 on the other hand was fucking awful. I hated Halo 5. It was really good for multiplayer and not good for story or anything else. And it was kind of embarrassing. And now when they came out with Infinite, they barely had any multiplayer modes. They barely had shit set up. It was just like, ugh, like why? I don't know. I direct compared to Reach in my head. I'm like, this game came out absolutely perfect. They added a very few things throughout the series. The gameplay was on top. A lot of people really didn't like Bloom. I don't know. I mean, try. It's not really that bad of an add-on. I don't know. And then you get just amazing. You get firefight. You get infection. You get crazy big team battle multiplayer. You get so many custom game modes. So many custom game modes. And it was amazing. I think Halo Reach was the last completely perfect multiplayer game in my eyes. I had almost no faults, and I would still go back and play Halo Reach right if the servers were imploding with players. There's still a few people online nowadays. My favorite game mode was Team SWAT. I used to drop nuts on people with headshots there, and God, I really want to go back and play Team SWAT so bad. Oh my goodness. I still have a replay where it was just me and a friend because the two randoms left, and I thought we were going to get stomped on because it was obviously the more shots you can put off in Team SWAT, the more headers chances you have. But no, me and him dropping 25 and 25 perfect kills, including assassinations and shitting on people. I really miss those days. I really do. That was the last multiplayer game I think besides Battlefield that I really devoted an extreme amount of time to. After that, I became a mainly single player gamer because single player, I don't know. You don't have to deal with a bunch of bullshit. Sometimes you get real shitty players in multiplayer games, like I used to in Dota 2 or League of Legends and CS:GO. Sometimes you get really rude people in those games, and it's like, all right, bud, I don't know what your problem is, but I'm gonna just leave you be. And I don't know. These games, like Elden Ring, you can play multiplayer or you can play single player, and that's just such a great. Obviously, the multiplayer is a mod, but man, the multiplayer is just so exceptional. It really doesn't feel like a mod. It feels like it was meant to be in the game. And maybe I'm glazing that mod maker a little too hard, but hey, you made an absolute 10 out of 10 experience into an 11 out of 10 experience. How am I not gonna glaze you? How am I not gonna get down and slop on you for a little bit? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know. I really love these games. Things are going better for me. I know we really had a big break there. I'm sorry about that. Life came crashing down. I think it hits everybody at some point really hard, but it hit me like a freight train, and I just couldn't deal with a lot of things at the time, and I was so blown out and exhausted and just upset with everything in life in general. But you know what? We're doing good. Things are getting better. I hope things are going good with you. You know? I hope you have a wonderful evening. Let me know in the comments what you think, how things are going, what you think about Elden Ring, what you think about gaming right now, 2026, and what you're looking forward to. And in the meantime, I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. I am out of here.